So in this video, I just want to go over ways for you to make more money. I promise this is a very important video. This isn't necessarily important right in the beginning, but everything I'm about to go over is going to be really important for your financial success, and that's kind of what we're all about, right? That's kind of why you showed up here, because you wanted to basically make more money, have that remote freedom, be able to provide for your family, and enjoy what you do for work, right? So that's all really important to me, and I promise to keep delivering you some value. So in the beginning, though, just to set expectations, like you really should not be so totally obsessed with the base pay, right? Obviously, on the interview, negotiate so that you get it as high as possible. Okay, I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to say that's not a great move. But more than anything, you need to get in with these companies because in order for them to hire a CSM, they're hopefully making, hundreds of thousands, even maybe millions of dollars a month, which means there's lots of opportunity for growth. You just need to get your foot in the door. First CSM job that I got, I said that I knew how to do YouTube ads. I had never ran a YouTube ad in my life. But before the interview, for about a week, all I did was buy courses on YouTube ads, watch YouTube videos on how to run YouTube ads, so that I could sound like I was doing something awesome, right? That I knew what I was doing, because I really wanted the job. I wanted the job so bad. And it worked. I got the job. And once I got the job, then I learned everything that I needed to do. Is that my base pay was pretty basic. But then I found ways to make way more money than just my base pay, plus get a raise, plus provide more value to the company and get more money because they were doing millions and millions of dollars every single month. So there was opportunities for me to make more money. I say that because a lot of people come into the program and they get so obsessed with their first base pay because they think that this is corporate America and that they're going to get stuck with that base pay. It's not. There's tons of opportunities, but you have to get into the company. You have to be buddy with your manager. You have to learn how to work with the team. You have to find ways to make more money inside the company because there's just like piles of money inside of these businesses just waiting for you to scoop them up, okay? So number one tip to make more money is yes, negotiate for the most amount pay that you can on your interview, but number two, above all else, just get into the dang company. Get in with them. Get in so you can start working. We have lots of opportunities. If you get into a job, you don't like it, you can just come back and find another role. But you're not going to have those money-making opportunities if you're not inside the company, okay? Number one, negotiate the highest pay you can. I don't recommend going from like 4K to 10K, but try from, if they say, okay, we can do 4,000 a month, negotiate up to 6, okay? And they'll probably give it to you because they're going to give you the lowest offer first. You have to say, want a little bit more because you're worth it. Number two, just get into the company. Okay, number three, this is what I did. When you become a client success manager for a company, you're going to be working directly with the clients. The clients are going to be looking up to you and looking to you for guidance as they go through the journey of the program. Now, that being said, only do this if the software or if the product that you're going to tell them to buy is a good purchase, is a good tool, and is worth it. But the way for you to make extra money is for you to find software that has affiliate programs, and then whenever the client has to sign up, you tell them to sign up through your affiliate link, okay? I still make about $3,000 a month from an affiliate program from when I was a CSM from 6 years ago. Every single month I make money from this affiliate offer that I got the link and I told them to do it. It was a real estate offer. The program or the software was called Batch Leads, and I would basically teach people how to get real estate deals using this software, and instead of using the company link, I would have them use my affiliate link. Now obviously talk to your boss, do whatever you got to do, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that I don't do any work for anymore, that just comes to me every single month. So number three is once you get the job, okay, find affiliate software that you can recommend to your clients. Don't force them to buy it, but if it makes sense, there is a pile of money there for you to pick up. And this is an amazing thing for you to do. And if you're a business owner, you should be teaching your CSMs to be finding these softwares so that the affiliate money can go to the company. But if they don't have that situated, right, and you're the CSM and you're the guide and you're doing the work, you should get paid for recommending certain softwares to certain clients. And this is a missed opportunity that gets slept on, and there's just money there that could be easily yours. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4, obviously, you're gonna have upsells. Okay, an upsell is a back-end offer, a next step offer. And again, this is not like a hardcore sales thing. I know some people, when I mention the word sales, you guys get freaked out, but if you have it in you and you want to make more money, you have to master your strategy for upselling clients. Here's what you do. When they first join the program, you map out what it is that they're going to experience. Okay, welcome. We're super happy that we're going to have you. First, we're going to onboard you. Then we're going to get you an amazing result with the company, and then you're going to join our next level program, aren't you? You're going to be one of those studs that really take this thing to the next level. We're just planting a seed. You do it kind of a funny way, right? Next meeting. Okay, we're working together. I think this is so sick. Like, you just want to keep setting the expectation. It's called planting seeds, okay? So as your client success manager, every single conversation that you have with your customers, you are planting seeds that they are going to get the best results, and then they are going to join your next upsell. They are going to get you to that next level, okay? Number 5 is going to be referrals. Every single time you get a new client, you ask them. You never make any money if you don't ask. Okay, who can you sign up to the program that you think would also want to join? Okay. Now, both of these last two, referrals and upsells, you have to actually do a really good job for the client so that the client loves you, right? But if you are going above and beyond, being the best CSM that you can be, and giving them everything you possibly can to have a great experience, referrals and upsells should just come naturally. But you still have to have that level of strategy. You still have to have that going above and beyond for my client while dropping the seeds that they are going to bring me more referrals, that they are going to buy my next upsell. So important, okay? And again, we're talking about money. I'm talking about serious fucking money. When I worked at Scaling with Systems, I didn't make any money on my base salary. I barely paid my bills. But we had a Ascension program that was $50,000, and I had a 40% closing rate, meaning every single client that they brought to me, I would upsell them to a $50,000 package. And that means like basically 1 out of 2, 1 out of 3 would join that package, and I would get $4,000 to $10,000 for each one of those signups. So that means my base was just paying my bills, but when I was able to upsell, that's when I was getting to those big numbers. That's when I was going from 10 to 15 to 20 to $30,000 a month as a CSM, all from working with clients and getting them an amazing result. Okay, it's very, very important. The next thing for you to make a lot of money as a CSM, this one's really advanced. I'll do the less advanced version, and then we'll do the advanced version, okay? Is you get 2 CSM jobs, okay? You're gonna basically have to master using AI. I will break down a video course on how you can use AI to become a better CSM, but you can have multiple CSM jobs at the same time, okay? It does get a little squirrely, right? There might be times where one company needs you a lot more than another company, or whatever, but this is how you can stack your salaries, okay? Sometimes it's okay to tell the business owners. Other times you just do both jobs and you never tell anybody. You just have to know how to manage your calendar. You have to become an expert at calendar management. Also, this is not for the weak, okay? The people that I learned this from are people that live in like the Philippines that have utmost loyalty but are willing to work 18 hours a day, right? But if that's you, if you've got that dog in you, you can have multiple jobs. You could tell different companies that, I'm doing this job right now. I have stuff that with my family at night, and then that's when you actually do your other CSM job. The biggest thing is going to be company meetings. You have to make sure that you can schedule them both, or you basically are going to be on Zoom at the company meeting with your camera off while you're on Zoom with another meeting with your camera off. Okay, and you can manage it. You can totally do it. That's how you could go from $5,000 to $15,000 a month. But you have to do 2 jobs. You have to learn how to use AI. You have to learn how to become a master of your calendar, and you have to go hard. You have to work hard. It's not an easy thing to do. Okay, so that's the easy version. The next step is for if you really want to do this, you can become what's called a fractional CSM, which means you're going to either manage different CSM teams for different companies. You basically you reach out to business owners and you say, hey, I will hire, I will train, and I will do done for you fulfillment, and you give me a percent of every single customer that I manage for you. And then you basically build a lean team of CSMs underneath you, or you do it in the beginning and then you hire people. and you create their fulfillment system, and then you do this for multiple companies. You can really get really nitty gritty as if you started like just for marketing agencies, right? So, hey, you just focus on sales and marketing. You get your fulfillment, you hand it off to me. I get 5 to 10% of every customer that I manage and get their ads up and running and make them for you, right? This is a very, very high level offer, but it's called becoming a fractional CSM. And you basically would start an LLC, you negotiate with the business owner, you say, I want 10% of every customer that I manage, and then from that 10% of all the customers, I will pay my team. You find virtual assistants or you find people who will work underneath you. They actually manage the clients, and then you just have team meetings with them pretty much every morning or every week to make sure that the customers are getting the best experience possible. You again have to learn automation, you have to learn negotiation, you have to learn how to do that. But that is a way for you to make millions of dollars a year as a CSM, as a fractional CSM. Very, very powerful. And then finally, if you want to make more money, just refer some more people to Client Success Club. We pay $250 for every referral that you bring into the company, and we'd be happy to, work together. So that's another way for you to make some money. But I think that was very advanced, but I want to tell you that there's endless amounts of money as being a CSM. And like bigger than the money, please listen, is the knowledge and the experience and the people that you're going to work with. One person, one connection, one conversation from somebody in this company can completely change your life. That's why I'm here right now. Almost more important than the money. Okay? I know you joined this program for the money, but if you listen to what I'm saying, the education you get from being part of a business that is doing millions of dollars a year, the people that you are talking with that are all proactively trying to grow, trying to better themselves, and want to do something in their lives. And then number 3 is just being part of a really cool team, that's doing big stuff. But the education and the fact that you will be in these inner circles is worth more money than anything, is worth more than any of the money. Okay, especially if you're smart, because you can just take what you learn while you're a CSM and go build a business after that. You do not have the skills usually before you are a CSM, but once you've been a CSM for a while, you do have the skills to go and make millions and millions of dollars, but it's only because you'll be on the backs of giants, of these people that you worked for. There's levels to this stuff. You gotta earn your way to the top. You gotta work your way to the top. Nobody's just given this kind of stuff, but if you're serious about becoming successful and financially rich, becoming a CSM and understanding that the education you're gonna get and the people you're gonna meet is worth more than all the money combined, because it will exponentially set you up for success.